Sisters and brothers, today's parable is one of the most cherished narratives in sacred scriptures. Why? Because the parable is a classic story of grace and judgment. It is a story of grace because the parable confirms the prodigality, the abundance, the extravagance of God's love for all His children. Emphasis on all His children, both wicked and righteous, irregardless of whether they deserve His love or not. Prodigal. So naagani nagkanayon nga mas maay pa kuno ang i-title ani nga parable dili prodigal son kundi the prodigal father, because the father was very extravagant with his love. He wants us to realize that He wants nothing more than for His wayward children to come back to His household, to return to His embrace, to turn back or to turn away from their wicked ways. The parable assures us that God is not oblivious or indifferent to the virtues and sacrifices of the faithful ones. As a matter of fact, our good Lord delights in the lives of those who are trying to be faithful. Kindly pray over the whole of Psalm 37. It is also a story of judgment because today's parable warns us that reckless willfulness on our part will only lead to self-destruction. Willfulness on our part will only lead to the loss of our dignity and to a life of shame and guilt. Harong makasabutan ni ini, tanaw na to ang younger son. Unsay iyahang gidangatan. Remember, Jewish culture ang gisgutan dinhi. Pero asa in taon siya nanarbaho na lang. Haron mo survive. Sakto, nag-atiman og mga baboy nga allergic ay sila. So inana siya ka-low ang iyang kinabuhi. This is a gospel of judgment. Why? This parable reminds us that self-serving and prideful obedience will only invite bitter resentment and self-righteousness. Haro makasabutan ni ini, tanawa ang elder brother. Murag tarong siya, pero naaday nagpahipi nga tinaguan. According to one Bible scholar, kung tarong pagyud tinuod siya, ang angay niyang kasukan, ang angay niyang ikalagot, nga ang anak, ang iyang manghod nakaako og pasipala sa iyang amahan. Kana mo'y source unta siyang anger. Pero is that the source of his anger? Oh no. Unsay source siyang anger? Giihawan ang iyang manghod og nilami nga baka, siya wa tagaay kanding. See? That's the source of his anger. Not justice, but self-centeredness. Sisters and brothers, today's gospel parable invites us to purify our motives as we fulfill the duties of our religion, so that we will always remember that doing that which is good is already a reward in itself. Remaining faithful to God, staying close to God, remaining under His roof is a reward already. There's no need for special treatment. There's no need for special citation for that. We are all invited in today's celebration to look into ourselves and to realize that we have sinned. All of us have failed God in one way or another. And for that reason, we need to be truly sorry for our sins, confess them, make reparations, and amend our lives. Someone wise said, the wrath of God is not that we get what we deserve. The wrath of God is that we get what we choose. God does not feel the need to punish us. We do it ourselves by making wrong choices. Because once we decide to live an unenlightened life, we become subject to the negative consequences of sinfulness. Let's allow these thoughts to percolate in our minds and in our hearts as we receive the Lord few moments from now in Holy Communion.